Yeah. I really didn't need to flip into that. That's not the touch. Hello, NASCAR Blaney, I believe is the name that I just read. Bonjour, TB. My name is that. I've heard. Or I guess I've seen, because I read it. And typically you read with your eyes. Typically. That's an incredibly good pass and a really good save. All right. It's fine. That works. Oh, Lucky could have gotten that. Sure. Good job, Drew. I don't think he has that. Oh my God. Wait, that's Lakes. What's he doing down here? It's a really low mark for him. Well, you talk, have a good day. I gotta go watch the new Jurassic Park movie, so I won't see stream. All right, well, enjoy the movie. It's probably goal. Just kidding. Just kidding again. Sad. Did I bump my teammate? Let's find out. Nah, that's my bad. He probably could have gotten that save. I just thought he was flailing, so he couldn't get back to it. Either way, I think if a single one of us went for that, that would have been a save. But because both of us just happened to time that at the exact same time. Oh, that could have been very much a double. I just didn't think I'd win it that cleanly. So I didn't set up for my flip. All right, Lakes flips into that. Oh, that's a nice touch. Oh, I was hoping he would play that shot so I could cut around him. We're just gonna take that around him. All right, Drew, you guess you want it? And that's why I didn't give it to Drew. Zach, you need to catch and flick. That works, actually. Oh, maybe I needed to warm up a bit more. Probably goal. Back post? Ah, he positioned for it. How dare he? Oh, did he get bumped? I think he did. All right, that's a beat. Because I like Ryan Blaney. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna be honest, I think NASCAR might, no, not even might, it has to be the sport I know the absolute least about. I don't think I can name a single driver. I don't think I can name a single sponsoring company. My favorite thing that I've ever seen, though, in sports was a while back, NASCAR had a race that was like on the that was happening on the channel that I was going to because it was about to end or something, and they showed a commercial for Hellmann's mayonnaise, and afterwards it says Hellmann's, the official mayonnaise of NASCAR. And I'm like, how often are these NASCAR people on the track eating something with mayonnaise? I feel like the last thing I would want to do before getting in a car going 200 miles an hour, experiencing intense G-forces throwing my organs left and right in my body, is ingesting literally anything with dairy in it. All right. Lakes is the best player on their team, so I just gotta keep taking him out. He's a pretty high-ranked player. I have really genuinely no idea why he's back in the slums with me. Maybe he's experiencing the similar issue of solo queue, so he's with a party now. Man, of all places for teammate to put that, sad. I should have just rushed back to the goal. If you got 100 boost on that, I think you hit it off the backboard. He was, oh my God, no shot. Teammate, instead of just hitting it off the corner high or going for a light touch into a double, he literally went for the flip reset double tap for literally no reason. That's crazy. All right, cool, teammate. Drew? Oh. Oh, jeez. It's literally all lakes. Zach, you gotta get there. I wanted to wrap around that and get a bump, but didn't quite work out that way. Drew, you're gonna beat that? Yes, he is. Omni, just hit it away, please. Oh, I don't like when they don't just hit it away. No! Ah, God, I thought I read his cut. He literally just went straight for the goal. God, it's such a stupid move by Omni. He could have just kept taking it down the side. I don't know. I mean, I guess I call it stupid. It worked. In my mind, I was like, oh, it's okay. He's not going to do exactly what he ended up doing. Yeah. It's okay. We weren't beating lakes anyway. I don't think teammates got a shot off the entire game. Dead ass. But either way. Oh, well. Can't win them all, or even most of them. Okay, so now we just rebuild. Honestly, it might be better to stick with 2s for a bit. I don't know if we're queuing 2s and 3s. I think we're queuing both. Oh, we're just queuing 3s for now, but yeah, we'll give this like a minute or so. I really need to get the 3s up, but it might be better to queue some 2s, warm up some more. Reads are a little bit off right now. Yeah, there's just gonna be no one playing right now. I guess back to 2s we go. We can get our 1800 back. That would be kind of lit. Like bowling, like as a sport, or like just generally as an activity to partake in? I'm kind of indifferent to bowling. Bowling's kind of like a fun like thing to do with like a group of friends or something. Because it's a sport that like most people aren't actually that good at. So like unless you like actually hardcore practice it. So I think it's like a sport that's very accessible to a group of people. Plus there's an easy mode built in if you want to like use bumpers, you know? Which I think definitely helps with if you're like going on like a double date or something. Welch's Juice Falls? Oh, that don't even sound good. That's crazy that 11-team jumped all the way to the ceiling. Oh my god! Should be a shot by Zach. Nice touch. All right, we can, say as I went for that, I was like, I can probably touch that middle, but I realized like the way I was rotating was not actually that feasible. It's okay, he's gonna double that, right? The new Superman movie sucked. Does it suck though? What did you not like about it? Hey, J. Robert Girthenheimer. I'm having a decent day. Ooh, I like the part where both of my teammates were in the corner and both of them got beat to that same ball. Unfork. In general, I think bowling's all right. I'm not dying to go bowling. Personally, I think the better group activity to do, or like a mini date activity, is go mini golfing. I just feel like mini golf is a fun place, especially a mini golf bar. Went on a first date to one of those one time. Solid activity. Goofy fun time. Not one closer. Superman acted like a pussy. Do you mean he didn't act gritty? Because fun fact, that's exactly how Superman should act. I'm guessing you like Man of Steel. Not one cool Superman moment. I mean, doesn't he literally fight a kaiju at one point? Is that not cool enough? Did you just want him beating the crap out of someone? Sad. Even the cartoon series from WB was more badass than this guy. I mean, I don't know why you need a Superman to be badass. The whole point is that he's kind of a Boy Scout. That's like the whole point of that nickname that they give him in Justice League. So Superman is like incorruptibly good and doesn't want to harm people if he doesn't have to. Oh. I don't know what you mean by badass. I'm kind of lost on that. What's your high score, though, in bowling? I don't know. I don't keep track of that because I don't care about bowling. I'd say maybe like 150 or something like that. But I don't know if that's like even achievable for an amateur, if I'm just making that up. Oh, I just realized my guy in the middle turned around, said, you just gotta, I just think it's bad. All right, well, fair enough. You didn't answer my question about Man of Steel, though. I'm lagging. It's very fun. Love it when my internet just goes down. I think we're back. Sorry, chat. Entire internet lagged out for like a full 15 seconds. Ain't no way you got 263. I literally said one. Oh, you're talking TB. I was like, buddy, I just told you I didn't get 263. What? Yeah, 3 is not winnable. Fun part of self-explanatory. The frustrating part about bowling is that the lanes change quite literally all the time. So it takes you 5 frames to adapt. What do you mean? What do you mean the lanes change? Kev looks like he was born to play it. Plot was good. Oh, see, JG, that's why you and I can never fundamentally agree, because Man of Steel is a horrific version of Superman. Okay, if you like that version of Superman, that's great, but you don't actually like Superman. You like Zack Snyder's version of those characters. He basically just made his own fan fiction. Those characters are not, in my opinion, developed the way they should be. What you watched that you're like, oh, there's no badass moment. I'm like, that's kind of what Superman's all about. He doesn't have badass moments. He's a protector of the little guy. He tries to mitigate harm. He's sensitive. He's empathetic. Because the whole point is that he is an alien, but he's like more human than anyone else. Like, the whole thing is that like Superman was born Superman, but people are always like, well, Clark Kent's a secret identity. No, Clark Kent's like actually like who he is. The thing that he's like hiding from everyone is that, yeah, he's Superman, but like he's a human first. He's like more human than a lot of people. He's just a good dude. So I don't really like this unemotional dude who's just always like very and uptight that Cavill plays. Which is weird because Cavill's ordinary personality, like in real life, is closer to what I imagine as Superman than whatever he played in DC. So it's like, if you like that, great, but unfortunately, I just can't see it like that. Man, Batman, you gotta really up your troll game. Such an old copy pasta. Can't believe people still do that. It's gotta be like 10 years old at this point. Nice. I was for Billiards. Superman and Lois was a quality series. Is that the anime one? Totally disagree. The WB cartoon superheroes powerhouse with a quick mouth, at times with little remorse. A little remorse? I mean, he's a good dude, but of course they have those dark moments. Like, one of my favorite episodes is, yeah, those moments where he has to struggle with the morality of, like, when Lex Luthor is trying to turn into a good guy, and Shazam is the guy who calls him out, and basically just like, hey, all you guys in the Justice League, you're supposed to stand for what's good, but you're faltering, and he calls him out for, like, going back on his principles, and it makes Superman have to, like, reflect. But there's a bunch of moments like that. And yeah, WB Superman was like kind of a badass at times, but it didn't mean he was like constantly getting into fights and whatnot. It's just because they threw a bunch of villains at him. Like any like comic accurate Superman shows him as being like a super kind dude, takes the time for the little guy. You know, good friend, good partner, for the most part to Lois. I don't know, I just don't agree with it. Superman should be cold and stoic because, see, the reason I don't like Superman as depicted by Zack Snyder is because Snyder's like, well, part of the thing with Superman is that he's so alien to everyone because he's basically a god. He's basically like their Jesus, and that's how I'm gonna portray him in every frickin' second of that movie. People worshiping him because he's unkillable and he's like the perfect person and he's like the pinnacle of, you know, evolution and blah, blah. And it's just like, nah, dude, he's a guy. He's a guy that just so happens to be the Man of Steel, you know? I think Superman's best played as a bit more like friendly, down-home country boy. Although one thing that I never really understood is why Superman in all film adaptations grew up in a rural area in the middle of the country and yet does not have any accent, like at all. Whereas every time they show his parents, he has like some country accent. And I'm like, wait, so if you were born as a toddler, why are you not having like a country accent? Like if you were raised by these people on a farm. Also, I don't really agree with Superman snapping Zod's neck in Man of Steel. I just don't feel like Superman would go for that as his first option there. That was a horrible read, but good bump. You had a hard time imitating. No, but it's not imitating. It's the fact that he was born and raised there. You know why people have accents? It's because they were born around people who speak that way, and that's how you develop your tongue. You're not just born, like, if someone's born in Germany, like, it doesn't just mean they have a German accent immediately. It's because you're growing up around people that are either speaking to you in English with a German accent, or you're speaking straight up German, you know? Like, just because he's born, like, in Krypton and be like, oh, well, you know, he's just not gonna get an accent. No, he would have an accent. Like, how else is he learning English? He didn't come out the womb with English. Not really like a plot hole, I just find it kind of a goofy thing that we just don't think about in film adaptations. Like, yeah, why doesn't he have, like, a country accent? I think, honestly, they just did that because they want him to be more of a, have, like, a transatlantic accent almost, you know, where he could, like, be from everywhere, anywhere, not just, like, Kansas. You remember me? Maybe. I'm, Mazen? I shouldn't shoot that. And yet I did, let's go. How are you? How's streaming going? Streaming's not going well, but that's okay. Rocket League's kind of down as a content house lately, but ultimately, like, I'm also been slowing down on my uploads because I'm focusing on my IRL job. Gotta back that. Really hard lately. Dude. Gotta sacrifice himself. They just portray him as so that we know he's not. But that's the thing, it doesn't matter what we know. Like, if the Man of Steel portrays him as always frowning and always serious, it's like, is that really Superman? I just don't enjoy that movie because of that. There's a lot of moments like that. Also, like, just tiny stuff. Like, okay, I know I'm just being like a little bit of a dick because I grew up with a lot of DC content, whether through comics or just in general through watching like the Justice League shows. Like, the DCAU had just so many great characterization moments. The fact that, like, in Man of Steel, like, Clark has a drunk guy when he, like, moves to Alaska, when he exiles himself or whatever. The guy comes up and pours a bottle over his head. And then, in revenge, Clark takes logs and pushes them so hard that it pierces through the trucker's truck. And I'm like, Clark wouldn't do that. He'd probably be like, I thought it would be better if, like, what I thought the scene was gonna be was the guy's gonna try to punch him and immediately hit his jaw and like break his hand and be like, oh, damn it. And then Clark would like be apologetic and it'd be kind of awkward. But no, they didn't do that. Or there's like a scene where like he like falls out of the ocean or whatever. I'm trying to get, and then he gets up and he steals clothes from like some random house and then goes on the Incredible Hulk walk of like hitchhiking through the country or whatever. But I'm like, I feel like Clark would probably knock on the door and be like, in kind of semi-naked and be like, hey, can I borrow clothes? I feel like that'd be like tiny things like that. I'm like, would be very easy. But the problem is Zack Snyder doesn't want to make that. He wants to make some gritty action tale where Batman murders people and Superman is a god who doesn't understand emotions because he's basically Dr. Manhattan. And it's just like, nah, I'm good. The Boy Scout fact is a good point. Well, I just like that, those cute little moments where like, yeah, even though he could crush anyone and humans probably would seem insignificant. But that's the thing is like, that's how Zod views it. When he gets his powers, when he gets to the planet's surface, he's kind of like, oh, I'm a god here, I'm gonna take over the planet. Whereas Superman is, even though he has the powers, and yeah, he's obviously like an incredibly powerful being. He doesn't like try to enslave people. He doesn't look down on people. He wants to be respectful. So yeah, if he needed clothes, I'd like to think that Clark would just be like, hey, do you mind if I borrow these or something? Or like, do you mind if you can donate these to me? I just like those kind of moments, and I feel like those films really do absolutely nothing with that. Nice. The idealized version of Slider describing is how he was portrayed in the Superman and Lois series. It's not even idealized, that's just the character. Like, that's the thing is kind of bothering me. Again, I don't think Superman gets like horrible treatment in most media. I think it's like fine for the most part. I just feel like the Snyder version is like, when you listen to interviews about him, he's like very much upset with how DC works. And I think that's why he's attracted to stuff like Watchmen. He likes that really dark, violent stuff. So therefore, he has to kind of adapt all characters into that mythos. Or not even into that mythos, into that theming. Which is just not wrong, not bad necessarily. It's just not what I look for in those characters. Like, it's fine to adapt and it's fine to have different versions of characters. I mean, Injustice and different arcs, like, and stuff like that. Those exist, but I'm just saying, like, just a bit weird. I don't know. I'm not gonna rant about this too much more. I'm just not a fan of the approach. I walked out of that theater pretty pissed off. I remember when that first came out, so I'm just reliving all that now. In terms of comic accuracy, I just like those moments. There's certain things I just feel like you shouldn't change, especially if like if you're in an alternate universe and you're in the Injustice universe where like Superman does turn evil and whatever and has to get taken out. Yeah, I'm fine with like you know, changing up the character, making him a bit more like grr. But if you're not doing that, then why is he so unemotional? Why does he not emotionally react when innocent people die around him? Like what is going on with him? All right, I'm hitting that lightly just because I don't have any other touch on it. Oh boy. Man of Steel opening was great. I don't legitimately remember the opening, I'm not gonna lie. I blocked most of that movie out. Oh, I almost read his block too. Hello, Tidy. I'm back from my rematch vacation. Yes, rematch. I was gonna try to get involved with rematch esports, but oh, gee, I don't even know how that works. They were evil in that game. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Well, yeah, because that's a different arc. It's a different theme. If the plot calls for them to be evil, sure. But if you're just making like straight up Justice League-esque universe, it just feels a little weird to just turn their head. Because I don't know. If Snyder like went out and said like, yeah, I'm making my own versions of this universe, then it's like, oh, okay, whatever. But like, he's not. He's like, no, this is just a Superman movie. I'm like, okay, I guess. Cameron Campbell was so pedantic to the actress of The Witcher while fully embracing the improved Snyder version. The improved. But I think personally they wasted Cavill's talents. He's like really good at playing like a charming dude. But then they were like, yeah, what if you showed none of that? And it's like, oh. I think if Cavill just played himself, it would have been fine. Was Witcher good? Well, Cavill's also like a gigantic nerd. So like, of course he's gonna be super nerdy when he has a bunch of creative control playing Geralt. Or Geralt. Improvised? I think Superman is kind of forgivable. I think Snyder's Batman is way worse. Because it's just like, well, Batman is driven by vengeance because his parents were killed. It's like, correct. It's like, and that's why he takes out his punishment on criminals. And it's like, not exactly. It's like, yeah, that's why he uses guns to kill people. I'm like, that's like fundamentally the exact opposite of why Batman does what he does. Yeah, he's an angry guy, so therefore he's gonna murder everyone in his path. Because why would Batman be averse to guns? Devil Cape started ugly crying right after he killed Zod, though, big dog. Well, yeah, because he's just been pushed to a brink that he hasn't really been brought to before. And I'm like, sure, go for that. My thought is just like, why are you snapping his neck? I don't know. I feel like with Superman, there's always like another way to solve a problem. And very rarely does that ever involve having to like physically murder a dude. Ooh, cap. Okay. That's fine. I don't actually know if Witcher was good. I don't think I ever watched that show. Honestly, oh, I just realized I never finished my Witcher playthrough. I got like a couple dozen hours in. And it was nice, but I just never got around to finishing that. I should probably do that. Honestly, it was just daunting. The Witcher's huge. That is such a massive world, and like storylines are so freaking windy. I felt like kind of a fraud. I was the guy who never played Witcher 1 or 2, but I jumped in at Witcher 3 Wild Hunt or whatever. Because that game was like, at the time that game came out and people were like, this is the greatest game to ever exist or will ever exist. I was like, geez, that's a kind of high praise, it seems like. UF, University of Florida, Larry? I don't know that guy. Noise? Do you know? Reset that? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What a donk. JG, thank you for the $5 super chat.
Great talk, Toti Dog. Got to update the goal now. I wonder if the Queen smells yet. Oh Lord, have mercy. I've made a funny, silly British boy. Tata.
What? The Queen smells yet? As in her dead body? What? I'm so lost. Is that even British humor? That just feels really out of nowhere. Was there a news story about the Queen that I just completely missed out lately? The past like week? I disagree that you recovered fast for me. Hey, shit, it's wide open. Phew. Damn it, Larry. Just me like the food, no flavor? Damn. That's kind of crazy, dude. I do find it funny that the British colonized India for so long and then uses like approximately like 0% of their spices. At least in their regular cuisine. I'm the US of A, and yet he said pretty silly British boy. I'm not even sure where that came from. Is this a reference? I'm not gonna use any boost because they don't have any either. This is so confusing. It's fine. Clear that. Nice. Gino, go. I'm just gonna assume he can't recover. Ah. Love it, Team A. Good job. Good shadow. I really didn't expect them to work together that well. Okay, my bad. I was just waiting for him to flick. But I would turned around too much. Oh, buddy, you would save me. It's kind of toxic by Larry, not gonna lie. Okay, no problem. Ooh, teammate got torched that. I don't think he got a 50. What the? He whiffed on his pass and on the dish. That was really interesting. He had a decent number of options there. Good job, Gino. One more? All right, we got one more touch just because I knew I wouldn't be able to get an air dribble. But I heard him chowing, so. Gino, catch, flick. Close one. JG, thank you for the 5. Ran a boost. Okay,
Jeez. Gotta make this man talk again. Not you, Taco. You focus. We need you to focus. All the focus. Okay. Back to it. This guy's British. This voice. Ah.
Oh. Oh, Brian, the TTS guy. Okay, I was super lost for a second. I was like, what are you talking about? This guy. This guy. Thank you for the 5 again. A little bit better catch, that would have been a little different. Well, that was on target, that's just game over. Game over, man! Why? What? Why? Why, Gino? Why in the flying F would you go for that? He physically sees me in the corner. That's psychotic, dude. Oh my God. Brain dead doesn't even begin to describe what just happened there. That man was an autopilot. Holy capital A. He's almost SSL. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry, but that's inexcusable from a dude who was about to be 3 games off SSL. Hi, Dolphin. Hi, Torino. I'm not SSL right now. Talk about what I missed. You didn't miss much. Hey, it's Inspa. JG, thank you with another 5.
My mission here is complete. I must go. GGS everybody. British voice say toodles. Lol, alright, I'm out.
Okay. Good job, Inspa. Oh man, I thought he jumped at the ball. I was like, oh, let's get a light touch. I didn't get any of that? What? Are we sure about that? I don't know about that. I drained the daily double donut. That's a 3rd donut by JG. Ah, Inspa missed the demo. Ooh. Good timing on that save. Inspa wins that. What's the best thing to improve? My rank is D3. Learning how to keep the ball close off the wall, particularly coming out of defense. I was a little in between for me and Inspa. Watch the baseball All-Star game? Nah, I don't really watch baseball at all. What's the incorporation of swing off in lieu of extra innings? As in like I don't know what that means. What is the idea of the swing off? Does the All-Star game still have like stakes? Like, is it the home game advantage of the World Series? Isn't that used to be what it is? First home run wins. It's gonna take way longer than normal extra innings. How many times does a home run actually end extra innings? I feel like it would just be like some sack single or something. Oh, thought I could at least get a 50. I watched a baseball game once, still watch it to this day. Baseball's definitely sped up in recent years, but yeah, it definitely doesn't. Not the quickest game. I think baseball's like a perfect sport if like you haven't seen someone in a while, and you just go and or like you want to go catch up. You know, that's exactly what a baseball game is perfect for. Never been a fan of it for like an actual spectator sport. Some of the home run derby. Wait, so are they still playing the actual game? Or is it like they just do like the basic little throw in the first home run? Aren't those home run derby contestants getting it basically a homer like 60, 70% of the time? Wouldn't it be basically just whoever... I feel like it should be like a penalty kicks, but with home runs. Like first one to fail to get a home run if someone else gets one wins, you know? I feel like that'd be better. Nice inspo. So it's for eating a hot dog guilt-free. Where else can I watch a ballpark? Yeah, where else can I eat a ballpark, Frank? Not at the ballpark? Get out of my face. I like the part where you go for the reset and then you completely whip it. Can I? That's actually insane 50, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that was a bounce. That was a bit lighter than I thought it was. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that 50 was a lot farther out when I was chasing that. I was like, oh, okay, I can get on that. All calories are not the same when in the confines of a ballpark. Oh. Now we gotta set goal to 20. There we go. Each team selects 3 batters and we're given 3 swings. Most home runs win. That's a fun way to do it. Yeah. But it so happened that there was only 1 home run. Interesting. Yeah, I thought you meant like play actual extra innings, but the game only ends with a home run. It was like, that feels like it'd take way longer. But yeah, playing it like Derby's not a bad idea. It's kind of goofy. I still think All-Star games should have like, I personally think NHL did a genius idea with the First Nations Cup, or like the 4 Nations Cup. I think that was like insane. I will say people are like, well, obviously it's the best All-Star thing. It had the highest ratings ever behind all like compared to literally all other sports combined. I'm like, well, at the time it was also benefited from the fact that it was USA versus Canada right in the middle of like the USA being incredibly confrontational to Canadians. So it's kind of like there was like an extra layer of sauce to it, you know? I don't know if ratings are going to be the same if it goes back, you know? Hey, Travel Nerd. Okay, a little bit of pass there. I always get nervous when teammates go for a double off their own corner, or our own corner. Like, I don't know if you have that covered, buddy. Hey, cat. Not much, just trying to warm up a bit. Bang. Nice pass. I explained it poorly prior. I mean, you didn't explain it poorly. You just said first home run wins, and that was like, I just assumed. But yeah, if you do like Derby style, it's fine. I do think All-Stars games ideally should matter for something. I always thought it was kind of cool how, yeah, like the winner of the All-Star game gets like home run, the division or whatever conference gets, I guess league and MLB, gets like home field advantage during the World Series. I thought that was kind of like a cool little thing. Granted, it doesn't really apply to all players, so it's kind of hard to motivate everybody for that, but I don't know, I kind of like that. Am I one of your old viewers? I don't know, man. I don't remember your name. Because I think Travel Nerd's like your alt name. I always get such a like shock whenever I see Spanish kickoffs. Reminds me like, oh right, we're playing twos. The only game mode where Spanishes actually exist. Can you do a favor for me, please? Hey, a person I've never met before. That's how favors work. You walk to literally a person you've never met before and say, do something for me. Used to be Cool Reaper. Do not recognize that name at all. Apologies. Your brother might be right. Alrighty. All right, catch you later. Bro got disrespected, proved his brother right, and he's like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm the brother of Nexus, and he really wants to comment on his live. Oh man, that's dope. I have no idea who Nexus is, and I'm not going to anyone's live. Anyway, good talk. Had to log cumulative advantage being given, stop being utilized in 2017. Okay, that's fair enough. Again, I don't watch baseball, so I didn't never know that was a still thing. Nope, my bad. Hey, fun fact, guys, if you're trying to grow your channel or grow your live, don't go to other people's channel and beg them for attention. Just my hot tip. Maybe try to make your own content, or, I don't know, make good stuff that people want to watch instead of just begging more successful people to do it for you. Talk, that's kind of a douchey thing to say. Well, it's kind of douchey to go into someone's channel and be like, do me a favor despite me not having done anything for, like, producing that favor, you know? He got a little too close. If I was on target, maybe. Oh, I didn't think he'd immediately chow that, I'm not gonna lie. Part of your membership? Very cool. I'm still not commenting on his live. Also, does he actually have a membership? I don't remember the name Nexus. Hey, Nexus. I guess you do have a membership. Did you buy that? Oh. And yet you're in my chat right now instead of just streaming. Maybe you'd have more viewers if you didn't leave your active stream to have your brother go ask me to comment on it my live, or your live. I don't know, I'm just really opposed to anything like that when you guys are asking like, hey, get a creator to comment on my live. It's like, why? Just make content. If it's compelling enough, I'll find it myself, you know? You know, I'll be swiping through one day and I'll see a live and be like, oh, neat. And then I'll comment on it, you know? He did that on his own into the stream. Well, then your comment doesn't matter anymore. Super lost. Oh, he says on his right. Oh, he went for his Spanish again. Storming outside right now. Good storm. Very aesthetic. Man, I really thought he was going to get a better pass than that, but I guess it worked, so. I just wanted him to be happy. Well, there's better ways to do that. How about you donated money, you broken bastard? You know what brings a smile to my face with my siblings in my chat? When they donate me massive amounts of money. I don't know why I didn't get the demo on him. Money works. Of course it works. Interesting. Nice pass. Everyone's gonna donate him a massive 99 cents. Hey, that's 99 cents. I guess technically 70 cents that he wouldn't have otherwise. Stealth camping, the newest food dumpster area. Damn, that's crazy. He's actually hiding in the bushes the moment they take out the trash. He's like, oh. There apparently is a app that's literally entirely like you can buy the unsold scraps of businesses in your area or something, where it's like, so the company, like a bakery that's about to throw out its bread, you can order the bread they're gonna throw out and pick it up at the store for like a super cheap price. 101v1? No. I'll take $45. See, there you go. That's how you make your brother happy, Purple. How you doing, Kyle? Hi, Veggie. Ooh. I don't know if he has that aerial. He does not. Luckily, Max does not have that double. Actually, almost insane that teammate almost on gold that. Can you give me a shout out? I read your name out. That's enough for your shout out. Look at that. Not giving me flipper sets most of the time. I don't know, considering the game is a consistent thing. Maybe it's probably your connection, or it's just straight up you are missing the angles. Entirely possible. That's not good. That's fine. Good dribble plane. Okay. Best RL settings for a game. You turn on the settings that you like. That's it. There's no best settings. I'd say the only thing that you should 100% do, just because I don't know why you wouldn't, is turn your FOV to at least 105. If it's not at 105 or 110, I don't even know why you're using any other controls. It makes no sense to like have like a super narrow FOV. Like there's no benefit to that. Camera shake off as well. I mean, I get it, but that's like, I feel like that doesn't really count. That's like what everyone does, you know? I genuinely don't know why camera shake is still on. Like, it's a thing that I don't even think the esport benefits from having, you know? Camera shake is good for like cinematic stuff. I know like sometimes when you're recording like a dolly cam edit or something in like for like a video or montage, you kind of want camera shake because that way it adds like a little bit of like a realistic cinematic look. But like in gameplay, in esports, like no one wants the camera shake, you know? It's like one of those things where like with transparent go posts, it used to be toggleable, but now they're permanent because I think they did the stats and like 99.99% of people had it on. So it was like, yeah, what's even the point, you know, of like having it as an option when no one toggles it off? Because again, there's no advantage to having it off. You just don't see through the goalposts. Ooh, gotta get that little booty touch there. Ooh, Rect, I like the part where you had 90 boost and then you took my boost. Ooh. Nice shot. Why? Wrecked? He's fucking monkey. Oh my god, dude. He was literally just like, Like, chase that one around. Buddy, you perfectly played it to me and then knocked it back so you could 0 boost get demoed. What was the thought? What was the thought there? I asked this knowing that there was no thought. What rank are you? This is GC2, buddy. Actually, no, that's a lie. That's GC3. Second highest rank of the game, by the way. Oh, he completely butchered that double. Close one. I'm rocking a 90 view. Kyle, that's your first problem. We donated after my 50? No one. It remained at 50. Hey, Adrian. All right, I think we're good on 2s for the day. I play 2s to escape because there's no 3s queues, and I also play 2s because it's usually pretty good. I don't know what's going on today. These people are brain dead, dude. That's like a couple games now where we've lost off something absolutely hilarious. That one on freaking Deadeye Oasis or whatever is still blowing my mind. Literally, like, I didn't even half rotate. I literally just was chasing the ball into the corner, and my dude decided to double commit, full send from the wall, completely whiffs, and then it goes right into our net. I'm just like, wow. I don't even think he was paying attention to me. I literally just thought he was like, I'd like to imagine that if you were reading some people's minds, they're kind of like, okay, I gotta go here, gotta go, yeah, I should jump for that. Oh, that's my ball, blah, blah, blah. Like, and like tiny stuff like that. But other people just have a thing like, that's all you hear. If you zoomed into someone's brain, all you would hear is just barking. I can't imagine it's much deeper than that. Second highest rank of the game. No, I'm saying that not as a flex. I'm saying that as like, it's hilarious to me that these people are this high rank and yet still playing like Neanderthals, bonking stones against stones. Feed me and I'll mostly score. That is true, Kyle. In the times when I played casuals with him, he was a shooter. He was slapping him home. You should flex that. This game is not easy. Well, yeah, but I mean, you set standards for yourself as you rank up. So it's like, I'm not impressed by GC3 anymore. Like when I get GC3, I'm not like, yeah, this is so sick. I'm like, it's fine. But ultimately, I just want to get back to SSL. And I think over time, as NA has developed, especially with the advent of the flip reset, people become much stupider when it comes to playing this game. And it's pretty brutal to try to solo queue through this game. LA boost. Like most of the time when you're losing, you're not actually getting outplayed. You're just watching someone go for a ball that you're like, I know for a fact that like it's one of those things where like I know that if you sat down the person who made that aerial and made them genuinely ask, why'd you do that? They'd go like, I don't know, I wasn't thinking. Like every time without fail, that is the answer. Oh, I was just driving around, you know. I was going for the overly ambitious. That's goal. Nice. Solo queue in SSL is punishment. It is, dude. I can barely even get back to GC3 right now in 3s by solo queue. Because every time I get on a streak, it immediately ends once I play a full party, and then my teammates don't know how to fast aerial. And I'm like, very cool that that's the skill level of a GC3, you know? Or my new favorite thing is when start playing 3s and then suddenly a team of pro players who haven't played ranked this season, so they're all like 1500, pops up, and I'm like, ah, yes, very cool that I'm not even SSL and I'm playing a team of pros as they completely curb stomp my teammates who have never played above 1700 before. That was JG over 800. They donated $15. He's also chatting about because we were talking about movies. How's it going tonight? Not good, but it's okay. We'll get all the MMR back. Started with 3s, then we lost twice, went to 2s. Win, loss, loss. And now we're like, yeah, we're good. Kind of done with losing because someone doesn't know how to take a 50. Or my personal favorite is when someone just rushes in to a play in the corner. Kyle with the 15 solo dolo.
Kill match.
Wait, $500 is 25,000 XP? That's super funny. Oh, he was not scared of death, and that's why he should be. He's moving into no man's land. Kyle, thank you for the 15. That's our win. They just dropped out of the game to 35, chat. Pagarino. So I'm curious, does Kyle have like a similar XP now? Like, is donating 3 different times for $15 the same amount of XP as donating $50 once? It's the same? Okay. I was gonna wonder if there's a way to game the system, you know? Is that an own goal? I think it is. Nah, it's more of a dunk than anything else. Really good fake by Kev. And he's gonna get the next 50. Oh my god, look at him go. Oh my god, he almost solo played that. God, he's so attractive. No, I had that. Sorry, Gemini, I saw that you didn't really have No! As I jumped for that, I realized I had to bail because the guy was up for it early, but I was like, oh, that's a cool double, potentially. Taco's locked in. Am I, ref? Am I? Maybe a little bit. All right, Where's gonna win that, but we can grab a 50. Nice read. Slar sits that to me. I'm gonna 50 it. Kind of works. Oof. Yeah, it was kind of tough. It was like a hard cut, and I had to kind of slow down for it. It's fine. I should be able to win. Oh, okay. I was going for the 50, but then I was like, last second, I was like, actually, if I hit a back post, maybe something cool could happen. I don't know if he wins that. Solaris, clear that right to me. Oh, yeah. All right, he played that smart. All right, Kev, all you gotta do is get one touch. Nice, perfect. That's a little behind me. That's fine. Can't land on Meow. I was hoping he would go for it or something. Nice save. Nice touch, Gemino. He doesn't have much, that's fine. I'm just gonna slap that, buy ourselves some time. Grab some Quana, good 50, or a good win rather, not even 50. He's probably gonna play that slow. Yeah, he is. All right, I get there first. Oh my god, that bounce is horrible. Yeah, we're just gonna go early on that. Figured they wouldn't be going for it immediately. I think one of them should have that. That's fine. To Kev, catch, 50, nice. I was gonna say, I'm like, I just gotta play that at 50. If I shot that a bit more behind him, maybe that's a goal. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Goal, that was one. Back post, bang. Sometimes you just gotta play patient, chat. You gotta wait for the ball. On that one, I'm like, I know the defense is probably panicking like a crazy amount, so I'm like, I'm just gonna let them flail around. It's another thing about patience that you guys should keep in mind, especially at like lower ranks, is a lot of times you guys are like, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go. And I'm like, sometimes if you know the defense is freaking out, like you don't have to keep pressing your advantage. If your teammates are doing a good job of like forcing them to like hit bad clears or not touch the ball cleanly, like just let them do that. And eventually the ball will come out to you. And then it's just about you taking that risk assessment of like, okay, if I go for this and get beat, what's the problem? Is there like a huge downside to that? As in like, are people gonna immediately be on my ass about it? Oh, I don't think Kev saw me, that's fine. All right, we're gonna tap that slightly to the side, that's fine. Gemino can turn on that. Oh, I don't know why I didn't get my wave dash there. All right, Solaris is gonna take his time on this. Gemino's probably gonna harass him, nice. We're gonna catch that. And then flick it over him and double it. Oh, if I had a bit more boost. I should get back just because I'm gonna make sure you protect this lead. I'm gonna pre-jump this though. There was only one option he really had, so I was like, let me just get up and take it away. Just make sure he doesn't get this flick off. That works. All right, Gemino is, oh, I don't like that air dribble. It's okay, Kev, I got it. Let's pop it up and over and pass middle. Oh, never mind, Gemino turned away. That wasn't a good pass anyway, but I probably could have straight up air dribbled that. I don't think they actually chowed me on that. Take 50 or not, all right. That's my Hattie, I think. Yep. Nah, man, what the hell, bro, puts us against the old Avengers? Wait, what? Is that what me and Kev are known as? I like playing with Kev. Kev is a very smart player. He's actually the analyst for Gen G. Aw, chat's making a play date. Don't know how many more threes games we're gonna get though. Q's been pretty timely, but I don't know how long it's gonna hold up. For my 130 years of being a referee for Rocket, those are the most beautiful plays I've ever seen. A referee. Hey, it's waves. Oh, it's Waves and Tut. That's their guys are from I think they're in the Navy Esports. foul for excessive demoing? Don't be silly. That low-key would be kind of funny though if there was like, after you get a certain demo, your car just like gets put on those benches on the side. You know, those little stands on the side of the field, like right there. And you just had to watch as a timer ticked down by like 15 seconds. So that's the gentleman's Rocket League. Oh man, I needed like one more pad. I was just like, eh, might be able to still get there. It works. Five times I get kicked out, I get a red flag. Red flag, what? I do literally wonder, or legitimately wonder, if the game of Rocket League would be improved or not if demos didn't exist. Like, imagine if no matter how hard you hit someone, they never got demoed. They just got bumped. I think that'd be way more annoying. You could like sometimes dribble a car on your hood if you bump them enough times in a row. Imagine just getting like sent. Also, sometimes when you get hit really hard in the air and you have no boost, you're just drifting there. You're literally out of play. You're literally out of the play for longer than it would take to like respawn from a demo. Oh, I figured a low shot would be better. That works. Got 50. That's fine. Spot's taking all the points. That's really funny that Nightbot's actually getting points. There really should be like a filter for that. Perfect. But a storm even worse, so my internet isn't the best anyway. I see. Waves is literally an 1800. I'm not sure why we're still this low, but it works. Hello, Cam Hart. Hello, hunting boys. If you win, I will drop a like. Good note. Oh, we're not gonna win. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. This is literally the most one-sided lobby I've ever seen in my life. My boy Chef, who's an SSL, along with a pro player Eris, and then a bubble player Eris. And meanwhile, I have two guys who I just absolutely demolished because they couldn't aerial in the last game. This is going to be absolute slaughter, I'm gonna tell you right now. My God, that's absolutely not Sashi. Literally not even a chance that this goes any other way. There's literally no chance. There's literally no chance we win this. Ranked is getting real ass with its matchmaking. Like, I'm pathetically low, that's acceptable, but my teammates are like the same MMR as me. The fact that Eris and Iris, or whatever, they're basically both like 1900 2K players, and then Chef is like also a 1900 peak player. I literally have no idea how this matchup is even remotely close to fair. Oh wait, yeah I do, because Eris is probably like a freaking 1500 in ranked, because he doesn't play threes. Nah, quite a bit more boost, maybe. Oh, that was kind of filthy, I'm not gonna lie, chat. I don't know how I got that save. If nothing else from this game, at least I know I had that save. Oh. Teammate? Why? I'm 4 shots in. I've heard that only makes you better, Matt. Yeah, I waited too long on that one. I was a little worried about Jade's getting there. How? You were in... I don't even know, dude. He didn't even touch it. God, this is so one-sided. Ooh, that was not a good touch. Yes, Chef, please, let's queue. Holy shit, dude. Eris is a 1700 and Eris, a rank A player, is 1294. Yes, very, very accurate, very straightforward, and very understandable MMR right there. Ugh. I don't have a car unless my girl does. I said I don't have a car. Yeah, Matt literally walks into his, imagine if you had your Rocket League car in-game was the car you owned in real life, and you literally couldn't play if you didn't have a valid VIN number. I love that matchup for you. Yeah, that was pretty dope. I like having teammates that are barely even 1600s, and they're playing against literally a rank A player, a rank S player, and you. Your second chance to lock in. Honey Boy, shut the frick up, dude. Do you have any idea how one-sided that matchup was? I was literally like a 2K MMR player, a rank A player, and a rank S player. Against me and 2 guys who I'm not even entirely sure if they've ever been above GC2. How does it feel to get your first yellow flag? I don't no, ref. I don't know if this is your shtick or whatever, but I didn't follow your logic. Who's the rank S player? Eris. He used to play on Moist Esports. He used to also play for Kansas City Pioneers. Now he's doing LCQ. It's him, Evo, and Mech, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Eris insanely mechy he is, which is why it's always hilarious when I'm not even GC3 and I'm playing against him. Again, I don't mind playing against that roster if I'm playing, I don't know, actually in a high rank, but when I'm slogging through the doldrums of GC2 just to get back to actually decent ranks, I'm playing against pros who are under ranked. It's like, all right, well, this is an insta L. Literally, he's just pre-jumping stuff and going for goofy stuff because he doesn't actually have to try. He knows he's gonna win in the end. Mizu is my buddy. I've seen him play super good players. Okay, well, there you go. Mizu's story is really inspirational. Bro was always really good at the game. But I remember he came into my Twitch chat one day. He's like, I'm gonna try out, I'm not gonna stream on Twitch anymore. I'm gonna try out Facebook. And I'm like, I don't know much about Facebook, but I mean, best of luck with that. And then I, you know, ask him how's it going a couple of months later. And he was like, yeah, I'm like the #1 Rocket League streamer on all of Facebook. I'm like, oh, what's that look like? And I go and he's got like 50K followers. He's making like a bank off that. I'm like, oh my God, seeing how much he's grown is really inspiring. Man saw a gap in the market. Smart move. Plus, he's probably banking even more bank. I think Facebook at a time had like a 2-year period where they kept 100% of their earnings, which is kind of crazy. I think I helped record. I recorded a short for him one time where he played Heatseeker against himself. So if you guys might have heard my voice in one of those. It must have been close to 15K hours. I'm at like 14, or just about 14. Yeah, I played this game since 2016. That was arguably the most confusing bounce I've ever seen in my life. Shout out. Hello, Karting with Ollie. What's up with you? There's no way. Not a pad in sight for Boston, I guess. Oh no, he's slipping up. That's a shame. Nice. Just wanted to make sure that was top shelf. I'm like, I could power through that, but let's go there. You're at 5,000? Good. Good amount of hours to have. Not too much over the top, you know? Yeah, we got Chef on our team, so things should be a little bit easier now, because now we got a second player in the queue. We'll decrease shenanigans by approximately 33%. Let's reset, not on. Ooh. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, that shouldn't be on target. I wanted to spike that straight down so I get the ground double. I'm just gonna go straight down the middle. I was trying to stay above it. Paul Bart literally just it was like flailing around back there, just like me. He just like me for real. What in the world was that lack of a catch? That was a bad one by me. Good job, Chef. Boston pass that? Nah, he's gonna get bumped. All right. I figured he'd turn for that. We can probably Get around that. It's fine. I'm not going to chase. I'm going to let Boston come in. Nice shot, Boston. Good placement. Also, that goal explosion he just had, that's in the shop right now. Code the Danger Taco if you want to buy it. Boop. There's also fat points. Well, not fat points, but anytime you win against a party, you get a points multiplier from MMR. Especially a full party. So this is like a probably pretty solid plus, I'd have to think like plus 11, plus 12 maybe. I don't know what these guys MMR are. He should be fine. Yeah, skin, that's a weird one. Oh. I don't know why the bat. I think he. Yeah, I think Chef was trying to let that ball bounce, hit off his car, pop up, and then he's going to backflip and potentially go onto the backboard. But then the ball hit his car a little wrong. Oh, speaking of wrong. Oh, speaking of missing my boost. All right, we're just pre-flipping that because I just want to stay near it. That's fine. Chef should save. Nice. Let's grab some pads. That's insane. All right, not much more than that. That's fine. It's a weird touch. He does not have a follow-up. I'm gonna let Boston chase that. That was a good pass attempt by Boston, I'm not gonna lie. To the corner. That awkward moment when Soup gets dunked. Oh. I was gonna say when he gets dunked, but he didn't actually even get to the ball close enough to get dunked. That's a double? No. It's fine. Chef. Double? Close? I might have just have to hit that. Yeah, I didn't really have the ability to lift that up. Oh my god, what a oh my god. That was pretty cute. It's one of those reads that doesn't actually have a great hit to it, like in terms of power, but the back post guy's like, and just probably just throw up in his mouth real quick. Hit the vape and play Minecraft. Vaping's bad. Okay. I'm literally gonna be like a dare person. We just got at my job, we just got these new vape detectors for high school. And next week I'm gonna probably be driving out to high schools and he's being like, hey, do you struggle with policing vapes in your bathrooms from all those kiddos? Chef MVP, he's certainly not the MVP. There you go. Vaping is bad, but that's why Matt is the bad boy. He wears a leather jacket and shades all the time. Yeah, it's because in a school you can't put cameras in the bathroom for obvious reason, but these are like sensors that basically can detect when a vape. Oh, I was rushing to try to beat him to the aerial, but I guess had a bit more time than I thought. But yeah, these are also able to like sense how many people are in a bathroom. They also sense if there's like you know, some harassment going on, like if a kid's getting bullied in there or whatever. It's sound activated based on like certain words if it hears them, like stop, leave me alone, like don't hit me, whatever, like stuff like that. Like if it hears that, it can like alert someone in a security center and be like, yo, someone's getting worked in your bathroom right now. Not elementary school, bro. If I ever saw a third grader hitting the vape, I would lose all faith in society. Whoever came up with that was gonna make bank. Yeah, so basically we're walking in and I'm telling people like, yo, because the company that made them, they're offering like 60 days free for like a demo. So I'm gonna be trying to walk in there and use those as a way in, and hopefully if they're like, oh, that actually does sound interesting, I'd like to hear more about blah, 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 like then that starts like an opening relationship. On top of the fact that if they do say they are interested, then I can get in contact with whoever their, you know, decision maker is, and then in the future I can use that as like a conversation starter to hit them up and be like, hey, so how are those sensors working? And then if they like them, then I'm like, all right, well, we get a discount on those, so you know, you want to order through us, and then we'll go through that. Hey, do you need any additional cameras? Do you need additional security features? Do you need what you know, security center are you on for whatever, you know, like security software you're using? Like, oh, you want to upgrade? Okay, we can sell you a license for that, much cheaper than you can get it online. Blah 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 blah, you know, stuff like that. And then hopefully that opens up my clientele, because right now I'm still a junior account exec, so I don't really have too many clients of my own. But if I can get some Texas high schools, especially in this part of town, in Dallas, where these schools are incredibly well funded, straight cha-ching, you know, fellas. Middle schools are vape cesspools and bullying super common. I didn't think about that. Would you guys say, are any of you guys in middle school, and how many of your friends vape or have access to a vape? Because I know legally they're not supposed to have access to it, but I also would understand that probably a decent amount of them might have it. Because I was really just going to target middle schools, but if it's a thing in high school potential, or middle school as well, then... Hey, Ray Corbell. Yeah, kids these days don't even bully each other. They just go straight into fighting or jump at someone. I think that heavily depends on where you're from, but yeah. Kids are getting a lot more antisocial. My niece and nephew talk about their friends vaping. Something to consider then. I should look up some stats to see what's the age range of vaping, and then I'll target people based off that. Because I don't know if that's maybe just like, oh, you know, kids vape, you know, off blah, blah, blah. I don't know how many kids would risk taking a vape into school, though. But, I don't know. Maybe it's more common than I thought. I also would like to have statistics, because even if I approach a school admin at like a middle school and they're like, oh, none of our kids vape, I'm like, well, statistically, you know. Say 12 to 17 is the age range. Okay, so like late middle school then. Because 12 is like right, like around 8th grade in the US system, right? That was a weird one. Nicotine patch you put underneath your lip. It's actually insane. I always thought my generation was going to be the one that was going to quit smoking. Because, like, we really, I felt like, turned a corner as millennials as, like, not smoking, like, nearly as much as our former generations do. And yet, it still exists, and that's always really interesting to me. Like, vaping has definitely substituted a lot. Like, there's not many, like, straight-up cigarette smokers, but at least in the US, but I don't know. Put down the alcohol. Yeah, there's definitely way less drinking, I would say, for sure. But vaping is definitely like the new vice. What in the fake? It's a relatively new thing. Well, I think that's part of the issue why is that administrators, it's kind of like, I feel like that, like, with certain social media, I definitely felt like TikTok came into fruition, and it was the one social media that I just was not familiar with. Like, my first real, like, generational divide moment was when I was teaching kids when I was in grad school, and college students were starting to quote TikToks to me, and I was just like, what are you talking about? They're like, you haven't heard of that? It's everywhere. And I'm just like, buddy, I have literally zero idea what's going on there. Yeah, then people show me vape pens and, you know, dab pens or whatever, and I'm just like, God damn. I think the biggest thing that people really like about vapes as well, though, is the vape smoke for the most part smells pretty good, or like not intrusive, and also from what I can tell, it doesn't really stick to your clothes the way cigarettes do, because there's no burning aspect to it. At least not in the same way. Because that to me is like the hardest part. I feel like if I was a kid trying to smoke privately, is like the moment you smoke, it's just gonna cling to like whatever you're wearing. Vaping won't be different, yeah. I mean, you had doctors like giving physicals while smoking in the hospital. Like that, it's kind of hard to come back from the brink like that. Weed straight up reeks. I freaking hate the smell of weed. I've never understood people who like that. Like people are like, oh, I can't believe people would smell, you know, how cigarettes smell and enjoy that. And then they're like, meanwhile, weed's great. And I'm like, is it though? Like, does it smell great? Maybe certain strains smell a little bit more like whatever, but 99% of the time, if my sisters were smoking in the house or something, if I went and visited them and they were smoking weed, I was like, God, it smells so freaking ass. Hey! Okay, just knocked over something in my bathroom. God, I really hope they didn't knock over my cologne. That's really expensive. Well, it's not necessarily expensive, but you know, cologne's not like cheap. I heard something glass. I think they knocked it. I think one of them probably was chasing the other one. Sometimes when they chase each other, they'll like jump up on the kitchen counter to get away from each other. And I think, or not the kitchen counter, the bathroom counter. I think one of them might have knocked my cologne over. I just heard a glass go. Portable $20 for $20, $30 for a month. Really? $20, $30 for a month's worth? Yeah, it's a lot cheaper than cigarettes. Cigarettes are, I do feel like vapes should have like a a tax associated with them in the same way that cigarettes do, you know? I like cigarettes just got grotesquely expensive in certain countries as like a deterrent. Granted, in the US context, I don't really know how that happens when like ultimately like there's so much in like the alcohol and like tobacco lobbies, you know? So it's like, it's not like we'd ever get legislation to truly like enforce that more strictly. I really thought my generation was gonna be the one that turned the corner on that and like made it. Maybe like once like my generation's actually like in power within like governments, maybe that would change, but who knows? Because those people are probably just gonna get, you know, their payments coming in from the tobacco lobby, keeping them in line, not voting on any bills or bringing up any bills to restrict tobacco. He's in small amounts, so it's like a month, but like a week for my fiends out here. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I was about to say, I'm like, yeah, I was like, is that really like $30 per month if you're using it heavily? What are you saying? I'm just glad I don't really drink. I drink socially, and I do not smoke in any context. And I'm just honestly, the thing I'm happy about is just not having paid money for it. It can get really expensive real quick if you're not careful. Good morning, USA. Hope you have a great day today. They said. Good morning to wherever you're from. Did you eat today? I think it might be like the morning where he is, so I don't know if he ate today yet. It was changing when Big Tobacco implemented the vapes and sucked the world back in smoking. Is Big Tobacco really the ones behind vape? I don't really think Marlboro is like funding vaping. Are they? I think it makes sense for them to adjust into that market. I think there's still enough old people that are buying cigarettes to keep their sales up. It's night in my place? Oh. In the USA? Wait, you're saying hello, good morning to the US? You're definitely not in the US, buddy. It's 8 o'clock in the US right now. I say good morning because you just started the stream. Oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? Yes, hello, fellow Americans. I am enjoying an apple pie with my pet eagle. How about you? It's like, wait a minute. Sounds like a fake America to me. Solve problem, offer a solution, and dilute the solution with mango flavors and USB ports. I think. Started with flavored cigarettes and came up with the sister company. It's all linked together. I guess that makes sense. I just wasn't sure if they actually like owned those companies or if like the vaping. I could understand like maybe if like vape companies started and then like the Big Tobacco bought them out, you know, and just like, all right, like Juul, how about you're gonna get bought out by, I don't know, Camel for, you know, $10 billion or whatever. And then the owner of Juul just gets to be a billionaire and then leaves the market. And then Marlboro was like, cool, that's one less competitor. Now we're making money off all their product. Hello from the Amalfi Coast. Oh, wow, Dijon, that's really exotic. Just a nice little vacation, or is that where you're stationed now? Or, like, deployed out to? I promise there's some game for us out there, chat. You just gotta believe! Vacation with the wife and the kids. I'm sure well deserved. Hopefully things are going well. How do you flip reset? I try to flip reset, the car goes down. I mean, you're probably approaching it wrong. You gotta get underneath it with the bottom of your car. Basically, you're trying to aim for like... oh. Trying to sit. You're trying to sit basically like just a little bit beyond the midpoint of the car. Like, I don't know if you guys can see my mouse if I alt-tab. Nah, you can't. But yeah, basically just like in the middle of all four wheels, a little bit farther forward. You're trying to get the ball to hit there. It's a lot of weird timing. How you been? We've been on the upswing. We're starting to do some... Holy crap, this is a really one-sided queue. Oh my god. Ooh, I did not expect Luki to touch that. I wanted to see if Xander would cut and I could bump him. Try to throw it at a direction maybe it wasn't super comfortable with. How did that work? Unfort. Today you're wearing shirt. Yeah. We take the shirt off at $50. Oh. I was gonna lose that back left and then I panicked a little because I saw Xander wasn't even going for the ball. Such an insane queue. Literally, BU and Xander both, I would say ex-pros. Xander still made pretty deep runs in RLCS this season, but BU is a former pro. I don't know Gomi, but if he's playing with them, he's probably buds. He's probably pretty good by himself, so. Yeah, but to answer your question, Dijon, my life's been okay. Financially, we're starting to look up because jobs actually starting to click a bit more. Unfortunately, we had a $3,000 check due to us for Esports, and it's from the only company I've never had a bad experience with, and then I haven't gotten paid for a bit. So I was like, hey, what's going on? And I DM'd them, and they were like, oh, don't worry, payments are going out this week, and then I didn't get paid this week. So I started DMing other people I worked that event with, and I was like, hey, did you get paid yet? And double digits of them said no. So highly concerning that I might not see that $3,000. Just kind of hoping that that doesn't go through. And if they don't get it to me by, or at least I don't hear any contact news from them in the next, or by the end of Monday, I'm going to contact a breach of contract lawyer, or like a contracts specializing lawyer, and start a case because I am so sick of getting screwed over just trying to be the nice guy. The green side of the fence? What are you guys talking about? Is SSL? We're playing against SSLs, but it is not itself SSL. Everyone in this lobby except for I think our third has been SSL recently. Well, I guess our teammate has a 7 SSL tag. I've just never heard of him. Oh, I was kind of hoping for a 50 there. It's okay. We were winning this game anyway. Okay, we're trying to play this game out. Interesting. Interesting, okay. I had to take landlord to small crimes court over security deposit. Judge ruled in my favor, but now I have to go to another hearing because he still hasn't paid. Why are people like this? It's so crazy when people refuse to pay like that, because it's like, you do know that, one, you have no leg to stand on, and two, if you lose, you're gonna have to pay even more money. You know, it's like, what's the benefit to you, buddy? I don't know, I'm kind of tapping out. Like, I'm starting to come around to, like, I'm getting more cash from, you know, my job starting next month, and, well, starting in September, I guess. That would be the start of when I would actually start really raking in money to the point where I can really start putting them away in savings, or more importantly, put money in savings and then also very aggressively pay down my loans that I have. So by probably the end of the year, I'll be in a fantastic financial position to be able to pay off pretty much everything else that's remaining, which is cool. But beyond that, it's like trying to get my frickin' everything in order is really frustrating. I don't know how he got that past him. Ooh. Nice. Breakfast time, GG's. Or good to know Hussein. Enjoy your breakfast. Fine. BU has the first touch, not necessarily the second. Nice. Why does it not notify me when you go live anymore? Didn't you not click on the bell? I think YouTube's pretty glitchy with that stuff, but once in a while. Oh. I've noticed that lately. A lot of people complaining like I don't get noties when you go live. And I'm like, I don't really know the answer to that, buddy. Sure. I know why. Hey, Austin. Are you still driving through Texas lately? I was on the wrong account. Dork. Was that you? Master to you. Interesting. Just doxed himself. I'm in Arizona right now. Why would anyone ever be in Arizona outside of me probably in the next couple weeks? Can we 1v1? No. Go eat your breakfast. Do 1v1? Nope. Schoola? Schoola? Hello? Hello? Schoola, you had freaking 100 boosts. You were just staring at it. Did he think I had it? I don't know what he was going for there. That was like a very clear overtouch. I don't know, man. I'd say you're scared. I just don't do 1v1s. I'd say everyone never pay your fees, you pay one time. Yeah, that's why, Dijon, like before I would just be like, shut my mouth and not make waves because I really need that esport money and connections. But now that I have a more, hopefully more stable job in the coming months, and I'm gonna be making basically like my full year of esports and content from like last year just in this job, and then everything else is on top of it, I'm very well on my way to potentially 6 figures for the first time in my entire adult life, which is dope, but that also means I don't really care if I burn bridges or something with this frickin' esports stuff. So if this company doesn't want to pay me, fine, but I'm going to take them to court and smack their ass. Because this is, if it was only like 200 bucks, I wouldn't really care. This is like $3,000 that they are at this point now denying me, as well as probably like a collective like $20,000 to all the other people they haven't paid. 1v1, let me teach you how to flip reset. Hey, Hussein, how about you shut up and never talk to me about a 1v1 ever again, because I just told you I'm not 1v1ing anyone. And I hate it when people don't listen to me when I tell them I don't do something. I thought he wouldn't chow, considering there was someone demoing him. Oh, that was not a catch. Why being mean? Why are you not listening to me? Dude, if I tell you, hey, I don't 1v1 people, and then you come back in the next chat and say, hey, do you want to 1v1? No. The answer is no. Please, read. I desperately ask you guys just to read for once in your life. Oh! Imagine. I don't know why Chef was up for that, but it works. Okay, why do you not want to 1v1 me? All right, someone, whatever mod is still available, just time out Hussein for the next 24 hours. I don't need to give you a reason, buddy. I'm not 1v1ing anybody. That's just how I've always been in chat. Ow, I tried to hit that way harder so it came out more middle. No? Okay, then stop asking about 1v1s and then you won't get timed out. That was a weird one. Yeah, Flagstaff is a nice area. That was like the go-to place for most people who were like vacationing. They would come to Arizona for like the winter or something. It's snowbirds, as they were called. Sure. It kind of irritates me that he didn't even mean to hit it like that. I just bumped him and it shot it over there. Been to Flagstaff to hunt a few times. Probably the only place in Arizona you can really hunt in the more traditional sense. What's time in your place? 8 o'clock p.m. I would definitely not want to live in Sedona, though. That's a place I've never really... I wouldn't be down. A little too isolated for me. I don't know how he has the boost to get there. You in Nebraska? Very specific guess, but no, I'm in Texas. Nebraska's a big enough state. It's fine. I just don't know what his age. Big elk herd that goes through there? Figured. Yeah, I was about to say, like, if you're in the desert, I don't know what you're hunting. But yeah, when it's high enough elevation, there's actual trees that can grow. A little different. LOL? Flagstaff's beautiful. Yeah, definitely a place that is highly desirable. I think Phoenix is like the cultural hub of Arizona, but like I would say Flagstaff is definitely the place you want to go if you're looking for like more views. Well, Sedona is like really gorgeous and stuff, but it's just way too out there. I just feel like you're driving forever to get out to Sedona. No, I'm saying it's just wise to not share information about yourself, especially if you're a young person. Hello, Official Timber. Do you think it's possible to rise in the ranks without being the best at aerials? No. Barreling is probably the most important thing to learn as you rank up. Rank, this is Grand Champ 2 and 3. These are pretty low from what we normally are. Normally GC3 SL, but solo queuing a bit too much. Got our buddy Chef. And we're gonna be paused for a sec because Chef had to step away from his computer. So he'll be back in a sec. Which means we'll give you something different to look at. Fine? No. I just told you. Don't do that. You're coming from Tucson, that's a 4-hour trip. Yeah, I mean, I used to live in Tucson, so. Or a ground aerial player? Aerial. But it really depends on what game mode you're playing. So obviously in 2s and 1s, you're playing a lot more on the ground. Ideally, you should be both. You can't just prioritize one. You went to U of A? No, I worked at U of A after I graduated. I went to school in New York State. So I lived in Tucson for like, from mid-2017 to late 2019. Just about two and a third year. Yeah, around there. I left for graduate school. I was working at U of A because I wanted to beef up my resume a little bit before going to my PhD. And so I worked there for that. And I actually don't mind the heat. I didn't mind the food. I didn't mind the rent. I actually liked living in Tucson. The only downside was the internet was ass because Cox Communications is horrible. But part of it was also just old apartments or whatever. Probably just not upgrading their wiring correctly. This is also in 2017. I don't know if it's upgraded or if they have fiber now. I don't know. Either way. I left because I'm in grad school. Also because that job would have killed me. I literally don't know if I would have survived another year of doing that job. I was working 80-hour weeks like every week. For $35,000, by the way, a year. Not exactly raking in money. I remember my PI offered me double my salary to stay for another year, and I literally told him absolutely not. I'm like, you could literally triple my salary, and I would still say no. It's like, it's just not worth it. Like, I just want to get on with my life. We have better internet now. That's good. Cox is a dying company. Good, they deserve it. Their techs were always very nice, but the company and customer service is always just horrible. Also, it was expensive. I remember I was dropping like $70 to basically have 300 down and 50 up or something like that. And I'm like, $70 for, or not even 50 up, like 15 or 20 up. And I was like, I get if it's asymmetrical, but 15 up for $70, dude? Kiss my ass. WRR, I don't know what that thing is. 2T for one. I don't even know what you're saying right now. Also, if you could have doubled it, then why were you paying me terribly to start? Well, so the way he was doing it is because when we're doing our finances for grants, we have to do budget justifications. And so basically, before I left, we were just about to submit one. So I think he was basically just about to say like, hey, we have money to move around. I'm gonna lower my salary by your salary and then pay you the extra. That's what he was doing it. So yeah, he probably could have done it earlier, but it was also just as an incentive to like, hey, like to show how serious I am about wanting to keep you on, I will double your salary. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, buddy. You know, I love you guys. You know, thanks for giving me a great letter of rec and all that. Like all the people I worked with were good people, but I just couldn't stand like, well, most people. I'm like, I can't imagine staying here for another year. I'm just like, I already was in a dark place in that place because I was getting overworked. I think streamer's kind of mean to me. I leave. All right, go cry about it, Sand. I'm sorry. God forbid that you break my rules and I tell you to not do it, and then you do it again, and then I tell you to not, and then you tell you're mean. Like, I'm sorry. It's one thing to be mean. It's another thing to just ask you to not break my rules, and then you repeatedly break all my rules. This puts me in a bad mood. New internet company out here. Wired. Oh, Wired. Okay, I get it. They have fiber 2 terabyte for $148 a month. That's not bad. I'm paying $60 a month for 500 up and down, which I think is pretty good. I'll take that. Our chef is ready. Fiber's still good. Yeah, I don't really need super ridiculous over-the-top internet. Although part of me wants to upgrade it just to be a dick, because apparently my my job is says I can expense my internet now. So I'm just like, free internet, you say? Time to upgrade to the the fastest plan AT&T fiber provides. But also part of me is like, I don't need that. You know, like I don't really need that. I have 5 kids, so I needed the 2 terabyte. Yep, that makes sense. Also, 5 kids. Bless your soul, dude. Internet speed of 1 petabyte. Well, that's like a theoretical internet. I can't really foresee them offering that to people. But yeah, I did see that theoretical speed. I can't even imagine internet being that fast. That's basically like instantaneous. You'd click download on like a 1 gig file and it'd just be like, "Bing," done. Petabyte is the word, but yeah, it's a lab, but still achieved. Well, I mean, the fact that they actually are that fast is a testament to like the technology involved. Why would that be necessary? I mean, why not? No one needs 1 terabyte down, but it's fun to have that, you know? Download all of Netflix in 1 second. Yep. Yeah, it's a really impressive feat. I don't even know how that works, because fiber is powered by like pushing light through tubes. So it's like, I can't even imagine how you're even getting faster than that. Unless it's like some shielded core or something. I don't even know. Just instantly install no, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you had access to the internet that fast, it's like you'd be like instantly loading something to your screen, to your thing. Before a flight, imagine that last second. Oh damn, I didn't download a movie. Okay, this. Ring, done. Okay, moving on. Like, it would be absurd. Hey FaZe Wasim, how are you? It could be better, but overall we're fine. Right now we're trying to get a freaking game, because right now Rocket League does not want to queue us. Using the ocean core to warp speed everything? Sure. I don't know either. The infrastructure will need a major upgrade. One of my buddies just got 3 gigabit internet at their house. That's insane. But also good for them. Yeah, I just don't really, I mean, I live by myself right now. So I'm like, I'm not really super concerned about ever having that ridiculous of internet. And I've been really happy with AT&T. It's probably the best internet I've ever had. It's part of the reason I moved to Texas is I knew AT&T was based down here and their fiber network was like super well reviewed. So I was like, all right. Imagine living by yourself. Wait, that's me, and I enjoy it. Yep. Doesn't Japan also have their streets covered in panels to generate power from people walking around the city? Well, Japan's on some futuristic shit for sure, yeah. One thing I am always amazed that the U.S. has never done is in Sapporo, the heaviest snowfall city in the world, they have tiny fountains that pop up in the streets, and they push warm water out into the streets to melt all the ice off the streets. And I'm just like, damn, that's like so insanely smart, and the US could never be that smart. Or in like Australia, they paint all their highways in the desolate like desert roads with a bioluminescent paint, so that in the daytime it's like a clear color and at night it's completely glow in the dark, so you can see the lines flawlessly. And I'm like, that's such a genius idea, and it's crazy we've never tried that. Probably some agreement, some like mass supplier of that paint that cities are like forced to use or whatever. A place like Vegas could use that. Holy crap, there's so many streets out in the city's outskirts that like, I remember driving there a while back and I could not see the lines in the street. People were just driving based on fate. It was like a 4-lane street and people were just vibing it. It's going well, I'm chilling the Amalfi Coast with the wife and kids. Amalfi Coast, oh yeah. There are a lot of hot springs in Sapporo, so that helps. But still, I mean, you're telling me there's no way we could add like a water heater beneath some streets? No one knows how to drive down here in Vegas. That's also an issue. I mean, sure, but I mean, I'm a pretty cautious driver, and I was just blown away by like how there was like no lines in the street to follow. Why not put solar panels over tops of parking lots? That's why I think if you're living in like the desert, you should 100% be doing that. How are the little ones? Especially the littlest one, Dijon. So hilarious, all these young kids with Dijon, and then suddenly just like 2 30-year-olds just chilling along. Goated Austin H appearance. Oh, this little, he bumped me right before the end there, and then you got to save on the other one. Nice. I'm only 27, thank you. Yeah, but spiritually you're like 37. Kids are good, third man on the way. God dang. Braver man than I. Jump, 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 jump. Nice. Oh. Yeah, but spiritually, Erich is in his buying a Corvette to feel young again era. Actually, Erich, what do you drive? What was your big boy car purchase? You feel like a Ford Escape type of guy. Subaru Crosstech Sport? Dang. Also, there's a really adorable Hyundai Venue SUV that is down the street from me. It has this like really pretty color on it. And then I searched up reviews, and apparently the car is not fun to drive. And I was really devastated because it's such a cute little SUV. I don't know why I thought he was about to go on there. Just bought a Mav Type R. What is that? A Mav? Is that a Subaru? Subaru? You're just a lesbian? What? Sorry, Sauce, I bumped you off the ball. What was that Drake bar a while back where he's like, yeah, I'm into women, so I'm a lesbian? And I was just like, what? Was it Subaru? Oh, nice. Was it Subaru, the company that used to sell that car that was, is it the Outback that was like the car that was like a pickup truck, but like in the car body of a sedan? Does anyone remember those? My neighbor had one of those growing up. I don't think I've ever seen them once since. I don't think any of them exist anymore. Oh. Looking El Camino? Kinda. But I think it was Subaru who used to sell them. I think it was called an Outback, right? Am I high? They're looking at a new car. I haven't really decided yet. Yeah, I don't know what car I'm gonna inevitably be purchasing once I'm back in the market. That was actually kind of an insane shot. I'm still saving up. That $3,000 would definitely have helped. I think I did the math. If I save as much as I'm anticipating I'm saving, I think by the end of December, I should have like several $1,000s saved up. And that will allow me to actually get my car, which would be great because my company has just started to say like, hey guys, we should need to get in front of clients. So if you guys, you should start driving to like the local places around you. And I'm kind of just like, I can't do that. So I need to ideally get this car soon, but I also don't want to like rush things, drop a bunch of money on my down deposit without truly building up my savings, then realizing, oh wait, my car payment is still much higher than it could have been. Because if I can facilitate like a decent, you know, like a couple $1,000 down payment, cut like a car payment under $200, it'll be good. Instead of a car, I settled for a Switch 2 today. Nice. How you enjoying it? The Subaru Baja. That's, yeah, thank you, J. Robert Girthenheimer. You being high is a huge part of the decision. Hey, Grayson, Urig. I'll be in Ohio in a month if you're near. I got you. Oh, dang. That'd be so crazy if you guys met up and then Dijon like handed over the paperwork and he's like, "What's this?" It's like your adoption paperwork. It's like, "Oh, that was like a bit." He's like, "Well, this isn't signed." Won't be in Ohio, mainly just Colorado and maybe a couple trips to Seattle and New York. Tucker, remember me? No, Oliver. Sorry, I don't. He's gonna be in New York when I'm in Denver. Crazy. Last year I used to be on your live streams all the time, buddy. I'm not gonna remember someone from last year, but very cool to have you back. My memory isn't that good with chatters. Labor Day weekend annual friends trip. You guys have friends you go on trips with? Weirdos. I would never trust any of my friends that I know being on a trip alone with them. Your first Blasian meetup? What? Black and Asian? I always forget Rich is black and Asian. And definitely those two things with the last name of Richardson. And Ethan. Has there ever been a black man named Ethan? I'm genuinely trying to think. Is there a professional football player or any professional athlete you can think of that's named Ethan? Noted white Jewish Blasian. Yes. I knew it. I'm Black Apino, but just say Blasian. There you go, yeah. Ethan Nawanari. Okay, that's one black Ethan. Ethan feels like an overwhelmingly white name. I feel like that has to be, the demographics have to be crazy on that. Place for Arsenal. Not a man because 17. You're close enough. If you're a professional player, you're close enough. I find it really weird when like Lamine Yamal had his birthday the other day and he already has like 30-something Insta models hanging out with him. And I'm like, it's kind of weird to like pre-jump a 17-year-old right there, you know, like laying the groundwork to be his girlfriend or whatever. He's gonna be making billions of dollars. But I'm just like, that's kind of gross. Like we all know what they're doing. I know Ethan, he works as our data analyst. Well, suddenly all the black Ethans come out of the woodwork here. His marketing team paid the models like 10 to 30K to be there. I mean, yeah, it makes sense, but still. No, but apparently there's like one, no, but I'm not talking about his birthday because I remember that, but like there was like a woman that was like hanging around him just independently while he was on a vacation. It was just those two. I was like, I don't know, that just feels kind of weird. I remember Gilbert Arenas on his podcast, he had a thing all about like how there's like a group of like 30, 40 women in the league that literally just, their whole job is just to try to get NBA players to like sleep with them. And in some cases, they purposely try to get them knocked up just so that they can then guarantee the NBA player is going to be like, hey, keep that in the hush hush. Be like, all right, fine, pay me. Pay me basically to get an abortion or pay me in child support. Which is why it's super freaking funny that we have people like Ant who literally just don't care. He's just, man's got like insane number of kids, like just like Tyreek. And she's just like, oh yeah, well you're gonna have a kid. He's like, I don't care, buddy. I'm making more money than God. Like, I don't care. 300K a month, doesn't matter. There's no threes games. Oh my God. A woman groomer? Excuse me, what? Oh, no. Oh, yes. I think it's basically just these women know that Lamine Yamal is young. He's about to turn 18, and also he's already like dubbed as like the next up best young player in the world. So therefore, he's going to be someone you want to attach yourself to. And so there's all these like Insta girls that are probably hitting up his DMs. And honestly, I don't blame him for like taking him up on it. I just wish there was a mentor on his side to just be like, hey, listen, buddy, like this attention might feel good, but like maybe let's not, you know, attach yourself that quickly. I feel like it really should be incumbent on the older players to mentor younger players in that regard. Hey, taco truck guy. Man, I would murder for some truck tacos. Also, guys, I feel like based on my used car search, I might be ending up going with a Hyundai Elantra. stay with my Hyundai. I had my Hyundai Accent back in the day. Great car. Literally flawless, but I was looking up used cars recently. And there's some like 2023 Hyundai Elantras with like 30, 40K miles on them. That looking pretty solid, not gonna lie. I also heard, I don't know how accurate this is or if they changed their terms, but apparently Carvana has this thing that people have been telling me about. They're like, Carvana does an inspection, technically, but they say apparently the hack with Carvana is that they have like a 7-day warranty. And so they're like, if you get a car from Carvana, you immediately take it to an inspection and just get a full suite of stuff done and then get the report, and anything they find that Carvana just was like, oh yeah, sure, totally, yeah, that's good. If it's wrong, then you just take it back to Carvana and be like, pay for all these repairs, and then they will. So it's like, they apparently say that's like, if you're buying a car and they're like, yeah, this car's in perfect shape, just double check. And then you can get it all repaired for no cost to you. So kind of neat. Either way, I'm still not gonna be buying a car for probably a couple months, but fun to think about in the future. The $3,000 payment would really help in that regard, but whatever, we'll get there. Hey, Taco Truck Guy. Yeah, it's because I haven't uploaded in a while, so we're kind of restarting in terms of our actual streaming. Didn't the company went under? No. I think they probably owe people money, but they definitely have the capacity to pay because they're not shutting down. They're just doing, I guarantee, the classic esports thing of using the next event's budget to pay for the previous debt that they accrue. So they probably overshot their budget a bit, and now they're just struggling to get it all in a row, or get all the ducks in a row. Is Twitch less laggy? Sure. I wanted to double that. See if I can get that on target. Ooh. I was delayed because I was like, Sauce and I can pinch this, question mark? YouTube isn't laggy. Depends, I mean, if you're watching on your phone on like data, maybe it is. Well, the difference I think with YouTube is that I think it automatically adjusts your quality, whereas Twitch has typically has that transcoding or whatever. So you can like say, hey, I don't want to watch in 1080p. Can I watch in 480 or 720? Oh. What the heck? Well, maybe your data plan is just superior, buddy. That was my super aggro attempt to hit something weird. You knew YouTube as well? Really? Even on shorts? On like the vertical lives? I don't think I've ever seen that. Ooh. I probably could have involved that. I thought it would have had that. It's delayed and sometimes freezes both PC and mobile. That is very strange. Not really sure why. Fish taco is so good. Fried fish? I mean, I don't really know. I've never seen a fish taco that isn't fried fish. I feel like it'd be weird just to have like raw salmon, or not raw salmon, but like a cooked salmon like fillet just chilling on a sandwich. I just assume people who are dealing with lag have really bad internet, because I feel like normally if the connection is genuinely laggy, it's usually multiple people are like, hey, this looks really bad. And then if there's only one person, I'm like, yeah, it's just their connection, you know? But sometimes you guys just don't mention stuff. Like there was a stream the other day where I just, Monster Cat glitched out for a sec, so I had no music on my stream, and no one called it out until like an hour and a half into the stream. Like, hey, Taco, why is there no music? And I'm like, really? No one noticed that? Even my regulars were like, no music? Ceviche tacos and blackened snapper. Ooh. Oh, Kylo. Really good looking man in the corner of the stream, watch out. How dare he. Shot 3 days ago, I don't know, I don't remember. I mean, that sounds recent enough. Alrighty. No, Matt smells delicious. There you go, good pass. Oh, we all noticed. We just enjoyed watching anyway. Well, that's the thing, though, is that no one says anything. So for all I know, I could be lagging like that, and you guys would just be like, that's fine, and then just like move on with your day. I swear, there'd be a guy slowly creeping up behind me with a knife, and you guys would just be like, that's probably normal. Just move on with your days. Really? No contact at all? Not even pixel? Yes, sauce. Cook. Cook! Cook! Oh my god, what a save. Nice. Should we type in all caps? Yep. Pretty sure that's a total of 5 full pads that game. Yep. Sometimes you just don't get access. Nah, I'd still watch the stream. Didn't Tutor type in all caps? Yeah. Heck, now I want tacos. No ketchup, just sauce. No ketchup on your taco. Honestly, chat, do you think you'd get kicked out if me as a white guy went into like, I don't know, like any Latino household, and I was like, yeah, can you pass me the ketchup? They're like, ketchup, and then just put on top of your taco. I'm trying to imagine the face everyone would be like. Mother's just like, who invited this person to my house? Cholo is basically ketchup. It's not though, because ketchup is sugary fruit sauce, where at least like all hot sauce actually has like spice and flavor. You'd probably be profiled immediately. Like, oh, he's white. Cholo's so sweet. Not like ketchup though. What are you talking about? Like, you're talking Heinz versus Cholula, like, that's not the same thing. I goon to Su Juan. I don't want to know what that is. But hello. How are eggs in ketchup for anyone who eats that? One thing I've never actually understood is mac and cheese in ketchup. I've never been eating something with a heavy cheese base and be like, needs sugar. But also I've never been eating pasta and like needs fruit. Apparently that's like a Slavic thing. Tehuen, that's how you say it. No, I refuse. Why would we ever disrespect mac and cheese with ketchup? That's what I'm saying. I've never understood that. Like, I've kind of understood the putting a hot dog in mac and cheese. That's like a good, like, cheap way to get protein in, especially if you have kids. I will say, if you're making hot dogs and putting them in mac and cheese as an adult without children, maybe, I don't know. Maybe analyze why you feel the need to do that. Leave my glizzies alone. Look, I'm saying hot dogs are great, but like chopping them up and putting them in a dish like that, wholly unnecessary. Emphasis on whole. Eggs and ketchup also, yeah, not something I can deal with. I took my hands off the controller, so bad kickoff, my bad. Kleptomatic, oh, is he aware that he's last? Didn't even hear him. Good fake by Zerv, not gonna lie. One thing I'm slowly getting back into is buying some meatballs. I don't know about you guys, but meatballs are like something I don't have in a while, but then I put that in my pasta. I'm like, this is just the best protein, straight up. I would say some chicken meatballs are pretty ass, but then again, if you're eating chicken meatballs, what are you doing with your life? It's beef or nothing. Maybe a beef pork blend. Let's get a bag of frozen meatballs. Heat up real easy. Delicious out of an air fryer, just like everything else in the world. So the thing about the air fryer that I didn't truly grasp in the beginning was people are just like, yeah, it's a great thing to like make all these cool treats with. But I was like, yeah, but I don't fry things. But the thing is, it's just like a way more convenient oven and microwave. And once I realized that, it like changed my whole perspective on it. Because I was like, it's not like I'm gonna be making wings or like fried dough or something like that a lot. Like, what am I gonna be doing here? And then also his fries taste infinitely better coming out of an air fryer. Chicken tastes infinitely better, in my opinion, than if you do it in an oven. Pan-fried chicken is still pretty good, though. It's an oven with a powerful fan. Yep. I've never tried a microwave oven, though. Anyone else ever experienced that? That's a crazy save. Hey, Narc. Ah, that was a bad approach. Oh. Toaster oven and air fryer, it's like having the Infinity Stones. A what? Like a microwave with a convection fan? I don't know. It's like a... What is a toaster oven exactly? I know there's like a life hack thing a while back where it's like if you put a toaster on its side and then you put bread in with cheese on only one side, then it sits right on the grate and then it's like two slices like this that are being cooked from above and below. And they're like, this is the best way to make grilled cheese. And I'm like, I could see the vision there. The only problem is if the cheese like melts off the bread, then it's gonna get like inside your toaster. And my God, that's gonna be so hard to clean that melted, crusty ass blackened cheese off the internals of your toaster. I will say my next level of like a shopaholic aspect would be if I ever bought a pizza oven. I would never do that. Cause I'm just like, do I really make pizza that often? No. Lat M. That's the Waluigi of Mad L's. Bang! Microwave with a pellet smoker. I'm not gonna lie, I would want a pellet or like a smoker. The thing I learned about smokers though is that you have to have like a lot of space for that. Like you can't just go to your porch and like put some crap in a smoker. Like you gotta like really walk it out a little bit. Oh my God, we're finally back to GC3 chat. So it's like, because like my dad had a smoker and we smoked turkey one year for Thanksgiving. And I remember the next 4 weeks, legitimately, it would just smelled like the turkey, the smoked turkey, which wasn't bad, but it was just so like incredibly ridiculous when you would like walk into the kitchen and be like, oh my God. And that was out in the yard, like 15 yards out from the house or whatever, you know? Someone said Matt T once and I was frazzled by it. GC, hi Alex Lynch. This is in fact GC3, yes. You need to put it like 15 feet away from any building and keep the doors, windows closed. Yeah, it was still just such an aggressive smell. I mean, that turkey was delicious, but I'm just like, yeah, I don't have the space for that. Exclamation point diamond, go to exclamation point diamond tips, and that's really all you need to know. If you're a diamond, this is the thing you should be doing. So just tap it down, pop it, and then just practice staying close like this. Don't even need to air dribble, just do this. Back and forth. It's a great skill, and then the more you do it, the more you'll learn how to like actually get distance on it. Be able to stay, well that one was a little too close. But, you know, just be able to stay a little bit closer to the ball. And then you'll be able to more aggressively push it further and further off your half. Great defensive tool. Yeah, the fast arrow is definitely something you should be working on a lot just to get more consistent with it. Because a lot of diamonds are always like, I already know how to fast arrow. Yeah, the thing is, you know how to fast arrow, but you're not consistent with it, I guarantee you. And if people were like, no, I can hit the ball really well, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool, then you wouldn't be a diamond. Just flat out. Sorry, Chef. Didn't think you'd go on that. Nice recovery, Chef. Holy. Okay, just get that tap. Hi, Freedy. That's a double commit. Even with zero boost, that was very clearable, I felt like. Not really sure what happened here. Oh, why did you do that? If he just didn't jump off the wall, that would have been fine. I think he was trying to get to it early, and I think honestly, he might have just forgotten how little boost he had. That looked like a jump where he was expecting to complete the rest of trajectory later. Oh, wow. I'm just gonna let that one go. Yeah, Frey, I'm not sure if you were here the other day. We got 500 in on one donation. Dude. Yeah, it's unfortunate. As the ball got rebounded, I didn't realize it was as direct as that. Ah, sorry, chef. That's unfortunate. Kind of assumed Crody would go to the backboard on that. Unfortunate. Has mostly ever gotten in one dono? I mean, on YouTube it is literally the upper limit. You cannot donate more than $500 once in one sitting. You know when your trail appears, is that when you stop boosting or should you keep boosting? You should probably stop boosting at that point. Just because it saves boost, especially when you're trying to zoom downfield, you know? Hello, Steezaholic. I'm a diamond. Can you consistently flip reset? Any tips to get me out? Learn how to work on your aerials more than your flip resets. Flip resets are not going to get you out of the game, out of your rank, but if you practice actually getting consistently up for aerials and being able to play wall defense well, you'll be fine. Also, stop trying to be a hero. I don't know why, but diamonds act like they're the only players who know how to aerial, and they just keep going for everything. Kind of play like him low-key. It's fun to know that you know nothing about how Zen plays. They did not play like me at all. Oh man, I tried to delay that. The first touch was weak and then the second touch extend it. Bonk. Sometimes you go for the bump. I was trying to hype you up. How dare you, Freedy? Yeah, we gotta be realistic with your praise. Otherwise it just sounds like you're mocking me. Like you don't see your third grader score a basket in a basketball game and be like, man, you kind of play like LeBron. Just like, does he though? What the? Brody, touch. I was trying to pop it over that first guy. Little low percentage angle. We all love those. No trust in that second guy. Love the way your chest reminds me of Cindy Sweeney. Whoa. I haven't gained that much weight. My God, we could not get out of our app. Getting bumped by a teammate more than the other team. That's kind of what I've noticed, Chef. Yeah, like he's a little fidgety. To be sure. I always notice when I lose 2 straight games with the same teammate, so let's hope that's not the case here. Now, Sauce is a very good player. He's like a rank A. I don't know why he's this low. He might just not play a lot of threes, or he's playing a decent amount of threes, but he's playing solo queue, which is basically like insta-loss. Yeah, waited way too long for that. All right, wanted to bounce that kind of soft. Sometimes a slow play like that does actually kind of screw with the other team just because they're not anticipating it to be a slowdown in play. So you see Sauce had to, like, instead of just slap it right back, he had to kind of pause for a second. That's insane. Sauce got perm banned for nothing, but I think he's unbanned. He got banned I don't think so. I feel like I've known Sauce for a while. I've never really known him to be someone to get banned. Maybe he's like secretly super toxic and a douchebag, but I don't think he is. I remember him as being pretty chill, I feel like. Oh my god, what a terrible adjustment. No! God, the adjustment was so clean on that, and that I just barred it. At least that's what I saw. Have you ever considered you're a filthy liar? No, I'm kidding, I don't know. Oh. Shuffleverse, howdy. Dude, Sauce, F off. Give me one cool goal, all right? Who denied your game? Is that an actual setting? Who said denied? Oh, that's, wait, this is the new DFH anniversary. It's Shogun. Shuffle, do you have ambient sounds off? Or are you playing in a different language copy of the game? Because I don't think they have it on for that, maybe. My kids think I'm the best dad ever. Free, there's absolutely no shot that you're over the age of 14. That's the vibe I get. Almost terrifying. What in the reset? My kids also think you're the best dad ever. Do you ever think two guys at the workplace ever walked into work with a mug that says best dad ever? And they both look at each other and then they have to out dad the other one and then fight right there in the office? Yeah, Shovel, it's Shogun. So he does the voiceover, just like a Neo Tokyo announcer. Yeah, you might have like ambient sounds off, or you're playing in a different language that maybe doesn't have it. Taco, are you a dad? To my cats. To actual humans? No, and I never plan to be. I'm gonna be living that dink lifestyle with a gorgeous woman. It's been a while since I chatted in your stream. Blueberry, what's up? And I have to go. I just want to say hello. And how's your day going? It's going well, Blueberry. I'm glad you're popping back in. Hopefully you have a wonderful day. Eat some good food. Talk to some fun people. That's really cool. How's your 3 sesh going? Was going poorly. We're playing with Chef right now, who's a buddy of ours. We're finally back into GC3. I gotta tell you, I cannot solo queue this game in 3s anymore. It has been like one of the most atrocious seasons for solo queue. Even 2s is weird. I'm like 1800 in 2s, or was, and I was getting like losses like, I remember I hit the ball a far corner, and as I'm chasing, I realized the guy's gonna get the ball, so I'm gonna steal the boost. So I stole the 100, and then I'm like, okay, well, let's challenge the ball while I'm here, because worst case scenario, I get demoed, or I knock into the ceiling or whatever. And as I go, my teammate, who the whole time is watching me drive to the corner and taking boost, commits on the ball too, and it deflects middle past both of us, and then the second guy just catches the ball and dribbles into the open net, and I'm just like, genuinely, what is your thought process? Is an 18, and that guy was an 1850 or something. I'm like, what is the thought process watching me chase the ball in the corner? And you're like, yeah, I can shell that too. Why? Like, you don't know I'm gonna rotate out. Like, the whole point of playing random twos is like, oh, I don't know what he's gonna do, but let's just assume he's got the ball or whatever. And the moment I rotate out, then you can chow or whatever. But he just like full sent, and I'm like, dude, this is not how a sane human being plays. Like, I'm not a twos main, but I know for a damn fact that that is a mistake 10 times out of 10. You do that with any other person in the lobby and they're gonna react like, why are you doing that? They're not gonna be like, I should have gotten out. No, they're gonna be like, why are you chowing that? Why in the world do you think that is? That is one thing that I think I struggle with as a threes person. In twos is I forget some balls you really just can't challenge in twos the same way. Because in threes, you can like, if a ball's just sitting on the goal line, you can just dive in because you got two other people back. But in twos, there's a lot of times where I just dive in on a ball like that. I win a 50, it goes off the backboard, and then it just goes into the middle to no one. And I'm like, oh, right, I can't just full send into these challenges. But that was just a challenge where I'm like, even in threes, that'd be a mistake. Like, I didn't get it, dude. I don't know, man. My assumption is that he just thought I was stealing boost and leaving, which fair, but also like, even if I was, we shouldn't be both in the exact same corner challenging a ball you're not guaranteed to win, or at least get a solid 50 on. Man, drove me up a wall. That happened to me, and I immediately was like, and that's enough twos for today. Lost my 1800, I guess I'll get it back tomorrow. God, I want pizza, chat. Today is my cheat day for my diet. What are the shortcuts in the exclamation point? Exclamation point sends, exclamation point binds, exclamation point blank tips for whatever rank you're at. Exclamation point Fortnite, which is just telling people no. I do gotta have a Fortnite stream eventually. Love a good cheat day? Yeah. I'm debating if I actually want to use my cheat day or if I should just be a good boy and keep dieting. You ever do a Balatro stream? I haven't. If I ever did like a 24-hour stream or a 12-hour stream, I feel like I'd want to mix in a couple different games. Balatro would definitely be up there. Also, I got Slay the Spire on like an insanely high discount, and I've been playing it. I get the hype, but I don't know, I'm not as into it. I guess there's like different decks and different like characters or whatever, but like, I don't know. I think it's like a fun game, but ever since I played it the first time, I've kind of not been interested in playing it again. And this time I have to ask, what kind of pizza do you like? So depends on where I'm going, because depending on the place. The place I go to is actually a Muslim ran place, which is, at first I'd be like, how would they know loud, like what's their pizza gonna be like? I'm not gonna lie, this is like the best pizza I've had in Texas from like anywhere. A lot of the pizza down here is pretty garbage, but this Muslim ran place is like really solid. And it's, I usually get the meat lovers from there, which is just meatball, or I usually get meatball lovers, which is like mozzarella, provolone, meatball, a bunch of meatballs. There's something else I can't remember. Something else. I do like a margarita, but it really depends on who's making it. If you go to like an authentic Italian place, a margarita pizza slaps. Any like chain pizza will never make a good margarita pizza. Noise. As you unlock more cards, it gets better. Figured. Talking to Alex question, say Sace, absolute goat. What? Who's the hardest opponent you've ever played on stream? I played Daniel before. Playing Atomic was also very annoying. Oh God, no! I forgot what the exclamation point Rizzo command. God, that was such a stupid command. That in chat. Did you win against Daniel? I've won once, and I think I've lost every other one. Wait, it's Kublin Slick Mike. Wait, these are all the U.S. Army guys. I finally got to meet Kublo after knowing him for years. I met him at in Arlington. But do you dip your pizza in sauces? No, I guess. Like, I normally am just kind of chill on that. I do occasionally like ranch, but that's a very American answer. I would say like a garlic butter sauce is pretty lit, but that's like if I'm feeling like a real fat ass, you know? I'm a fan of like those bread and olive oil dips you get like certain restaurants for an appetizer. Those are pretty sick. There's a garlic butter that a great Italian place that I grew up with served with all their bread, and that was like still something I think about to this day. I'm like, that could cure me, you know? Like that type of stuff. Like I wouldn't have any maladies in my life if I could just get that one thing. They also had a really good Alfredo. What kind of sauces are you talking about though? I had a friend, he took his girlfriend with us. It was the first time we met her in grad school, and we ordered pizza, and she asked for mustard, and they were just like, what? She's like, yeah, do you have mustard? And they're just like, why would we as a pizza place have mustard? He's like, well, I eat all my pizza with it. And then she kind of turned to us like, you know? And everyone's like, no, like we don't know what that's like because no one has ever said that before you. I was laughing my ass off. She looked at us like, can you believe this guy? She literally did like the get a load of this guy type of vibe, like eating mustard. And I'm like, that's kind of insane that you thought I'd back you on this, ma'am. I don't even know you're a goofy ass. Like, I don't even mind mustard as like a topping or condiment, but like pizza does not require that. Pizza, in my mind, you should just be able to eat by itself. Like, you do not need anything else with it. And if you do, then your pizza's ass, straight up. I just saw his name, Kublape. Is Mbappe still like him? I noticed, I think he was struggling a little bit in the FIFA Club World Cup. But then again, they were playing PSG, and I think everyone pretty much was going to struggle against them. Except for Chelsea, weirdly enough. What the heck happened there, by the way? That was like an implosion. PSG, we're looking like small children. Oh, what a bump. Mbappe's in because Vini plays in this position. Vini, Vidi, Vici. That's a really good contact. No, but it's available to me. I'd add barbecue drizzle, plus my pizza mainly consists of pineapple, sausage bits, and occasionally mushrooms. I don't mind mushrooms. A game I saw, I came again. That's really my experience with this Muslim bakery. Poop. A bold prediction, Connor. Don't be haram. I would never be haram. I mean, they don't serve pork at this place, obviously, but... Did you just say mustard? There's no way you're still making that reference. On Brazilian, and Brazilian pizza goes hard in the paint. Brazilian pizza. I will say, I've never had a Brazilian barbecue up until I visited you in Jersey, so I can see how the pizza could be solid. Got tactically beasted on. Chelsea exploited the right half to perfection and got the defense drop right. Yeah, Chelsea was just like, I remember I couldn't watch that game live, but I was getting score updates on my phone. And looking back after like a half hour, being like, Chelsea 3-0, I was like, I thought this was going to be like a banger back and forth game, and then it just did not at all happen. Also, apparently, Liverpool has decided to give the rest of that player passed away. They're giving the rest of his contract to his wife and kids. They're just gonna still pay it out, but just to his family. I thought that was a pretty classy touch that they probably didn't have to do, but you know, they were like, "Well, you were already gonna get paid that." So, Brazilian pizza's a banger. Damn, am I the only one that doesn't know? How does it compare to Portuguese pizza, though? Hey, Lawlin. How's it going tonight? We're back to GC 3 and 3s, which is cool. I just realized I'm not queuing. Frick, Portuguese pizza. All right, jeez, those colonizing bastards. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Also, not gonna lie, the only thing I know about Portuguese is that the Civilization 5 leader for Portugal is always such a massive biatch. God, I'm so hungry. That's part of the reason I'm probably craving pizza a lot more as my cheat day meal. That chunky Cheka mode, though, is making me hesitate a bit, though. I don't really want to spend money on stuff I don't have to, you know? I need food or sleep, the classic debate, or both. Now, see, I got the solution. All right, get an IV drip, blend up your food, put your IV in, go to bed. What hour is it for you right now? 9:21. Are you back in Europe, Shuffle, or? Hopefully not. Or are you still in the Ontario? Yeah, I'm 1 hour behind you if you're still in Canada. I believe. Cheat days are for losers, eat what you want. Well, no, cheat days are very important because it's just a fun little treat. But if I don't have treat days, then you're actually, you know, counting calories responsibly. I eat broken glass daily. Fun person. Yes, Connor, very perceptive of you. I'm back for holidays currently. Am in Croatia. Hey. That's where my people are from. It's 4:20 a.m. here. My God. Hopefully you're not still up. All right, chat. Been a good stream. I think I'm gonna end it on this game, just because I'm starting to get real hungry, and I'd rather not snack. I'd rather eat. Sleep at 6 a.m. Not at all. Damn. I remember those days when I could just abuse my sleep schedule like that. But right now. Although I'm not a 6 a.m.er anymore. Connor, I'm gonna ask you to maybe stop typing for a bit. You've kind of been just nonsensical typer. I'm not gonna Google some person randomly. Especially if it's you. Everything else you've said has just kind of been spam. It's giving I'm 10 years old. Oh! Not gonna lie, I didn't even notice that he missed that. What? I'm at 10, I'm 24. There's literally no way that you are. All right, that works. I'm having some interesting conversations on pizza here. What's your go-to pizza order, Shuffle? Also, outside of Italy, what country does the best pizza? In your experience? I feel like Greece would do it pretty well. Really, any Mediterranean-ish place would probably do it pretty well. Appreciate you, Mister, with the logouts. Fix your sleep schedule. See, the thing is, if you stay up long enough, then it just reverts back to normal. Ooh. That's how I used to fix my sleep schedule in college. I would pull an all-nighter, take a small nap in the middle of the day, and then just go to bed normally at like 10 or 11. So it'll take a couple days to actually feel normal, but you would actually slowly get back to being tired at like an appropriate hour. No, it doesn't. What are you talking about, Red? Of course that is. I worked in a sleep science lab. That's 100% working. No, lucky that was the way. Either, or go to bed at like 6 a.m. and set an alarm for like 4 or 5 hours just so you're really tired. And then do not nap at all. And then when you finally get to like 10, 11 o'clock, then you can start going to bed. And then you just got to be really diligent about keeping that. Margherita quattro formaggi. Oh. Formaggi or fromaggi? Is that 4 cheese? I feel hungry, I go with Americano, which I discovered only Italians do, and it's pizza with fries on top and sometimes Wurstel slices. Wait, what the heck? I just only know Formaggi because the Dexter's Lab, where he plays a record and he memorizes how to speak French off of it, but the record starts skipping, and so it just keeps saying omelette de fromage over and over, and then when he wakes up, he can only speak French with that one phrase. Omelette de fromage. Omelette de fromage. Omelette de... Cheese in French is fromage. That's what I thought. I guess it's called 4 cheese. All right, I'm learning. I feel like it'd be a cool Shuffle if you ever visited New York City. Spoke some Italian with the Italians from the New York City neighborhoods. I do wonder what American Italian is like compared to Italy Italian. Kind of like, I wonder if it's like the differences are kind of like Brazilian Portuguese and Portugal Portuguese and French Canadian versus or like Quebecois French, you know? 666. Sure. All right, guys, again, I think we're gonna end it on this one just because I'm very hungry. So Let's just see if we can win an. Outside of that, I would say I found good pizzas pretty much everywhere except in Canada and the US. The only good pizza I had was in Orlando, of all places. Interesting. It's heavily chain dependent, I think. Also, there's multiple different versions of pizza. Personally, I'm a fan of a thin and thick crust and nothing in between. I don't know why I'm cheating up this far. Oh my God! I was about to say, like, that was about to be the most insane own goal. Holy. Can you imagine if that went in though, chat? Bears betrayed our country, not gonna lie, damn. Where the heck is the hundreds? I'm gonna have pepperoni. Well, I think pepperoni's a classic for a reason, though. Nice! Let's go, gal! Ooh! He ordered the Chicago deep dish, which is basically a pie. Yeah, I see. The thing is, I think Chicago deep dish isn't bad. The thing is like it's just not pizza. Like it is pizza adjacent. It is inspired by pizza, but I can't in good conscience say that that is itself pizza. It is a pie. Demo took 2 players out. 85 elo up. Yeah, we did kind of grind that up. All right. GG's, homie. Until next time. The other time it's okay if Pepper does overpower this pizza with the spice. Well, I think that's why you need like a couple. Like per slice, it should have like 2 to 3 pepperoni. You should not have, like I've never understood the pizzas where it's just literally like pepperoni just like all the way around. It's like, you don't need that much, but just like a little bit, just add a little bit of flavor to it. Yeah, go for it. Have a good dinner. Yep. All right, peace out, everybody. Best of luck sleeping, Shuffle, but catch all y'all later. Good stream. Outside of those kids who kept trying to come into the N-word in my stream, so fun times. Anyway, peace.